Hi, welcome to DC Machinery. There's nothing quite like building something with your own hands, especially when it's for a family members who think socks are toys and napped 20 hours a day. That's right. Today we're making a pet balls for our beloved furry friend. We'll be using just one tool this time, the universal router. And to spice things up, we're going to use angle dovetail joints because your pet deserves better than just a basic butt joints, right? Stick around, it's going to be positively fun. The materials for this project is very simple. Just cut 3 pieces of wood to the same width and follow the dimensions shown here. The design of the pebble stand features both sides leaning inward by 10 degrees, giving it 80 degrees legs on each side. As you can see, our design includes 3 pins on each side of the leg, and each of these dovetail pins is set at a 10-degree angle. By using our machine, the Universal Router, you can save a lot of time and effort on angle calculations, making the entire build a much easier and more straightforward process. Here's the dovetail template, and this is the 10mm spiral bit we'll use to make the dovetail pin. By tracing along the top edge with a guiding pin, the spiral bit carves out the shoulder on the dovetail pin. Then, by following the side line of the template, it shapes the pin itself. Then we switch to a 14 degrees dovetail bit. The guiding pin traces only the vertical groove in the center of the dovetail template to cut out a dovetail socket. Before we start cutting, there are a few quick things to set up. Let's start by making a center line on the side piece. This helps you keep everything lined up later. Next, tilt your work surface up by 10 degrees. Then set up a fence and a stop block for those 2 side pieces. Taking a minute here will save you a lot more work later. Next up, align the laser on your universal router with the center line you just marked on the wood. Take your time here. This step sets the stage for a clean and accurate cut. Once everything's lined up, secure the wood with clamps and make sure it's sticked out about 3 to 4 centimeters from the work surface, just enough so you don't end up routing into your table. Do a quick check of the wood's thickness. We'll need this number later on when we use the app. Let's find our starting point. Lower the router until the bit just touches the top edge of the wood. The position indicator reads 25.6. That's our 0 point for this cut. Now set your stop block to 0. We'll start by trimming the end grain to create that 10-degree surface. Now it's time to jump into the app. For this project, we're using obtuse dovetail joinery, specifically Module I. Go ahead and open the app, find Module I, and you'll see the diagram right there. Let's enter a few key measurements to get everything dialed in. We're using a 1-inch, 14 degrees dovetail bit, so the widest part of the bit is 25.4 millimeter. Next is the depth of the cut, which we'll set to 12 millimeter. This represents the actual thickness of the pin itself. Now the thickness. The board thickness essentially defines the height of the pin. In this case, we're working with an 18.4 millimeter thick board, but we want the pin to go just slightly through the socket so that it's sticked out a little. This gives us a chance to have a better fit. So we're adding an extra 0.4 millimeter, making it 18.8 millimeter. Enter 25.6 as the number on the reader. The thickness at the bottom here refers to the actual thickness of the board, which is 18.4 millimeter. We're working with a 10-degree angle for this. Now go ahead and load the 14-degree template. Just hit calculate, and the app will give you 2 numbers. That's where you'll make the cuts for the dovetail pin. Here's a quick tip. You can fine-tune the bottom cut just a little to get a tighter fit on your dovetail. We like to add 0.2 millimeter to the original number for a tighter fit. Now let's make the top cut. The top cut is basically the shoulder cut for the dovetail joint. Since we're making an angled dovetail, we think that a dovetail joint with shoulder will be stronger and give the joint more support. And as you can see on the left, the guide pin is following along the shoulder line on the template. Let's move on to the bottom cut. Set the position to 20.56. This time, we'll use the guide pin to follow the dovetail shape on the template. We're going to cut a bit slower so you can get a clear look and really understand how the process works. For this project, we're only using 3 dovetail pins for the joint, so the extra material sticking out beyond the template will be trimmed off. Once the dovetail pin is done, we can flip the piece over to cut a 10 degrees angle on the other side. This will form the slanted surface for the pet bowl leg. Let the router bit gently touch the surface. Then set the stop lock to 0. Cut the surface and repeat the same process for both of the legs. Let's start working on the center board for the pet bowl. First, we'll make a 10-degree cut on each end of the board. Move the work table back to a flat 0-degree position. Let the router bit gently touch the surface, then set the stop lock to 11 millimeter. You might be wondering why it's set to 11 millimeters. That's because we previously set the depth for the dovetail pin at 12 millimeters. Since we will first use a straight bit to remove some materials for the socket, then switch to the dovetail bit, we'll start by cutting 11 millimeters with a straight bit and let the dovetail bit finish the rest. Now we're ready to make the cut. Insert the guide pin into the center slot of each dovetail template. This center slot is specifically designed for cutting the dovetail socket. You might also notice that we're making the cut from the bottom to the top and only cutting halfway into the material. That's because if you cut all the way through in one pass, there's a higher chance for tear out. By making 2 passes instead of 1, we get a clearer and more precise result. Now it's time to change the router bit. We're switching to a 1-inch 14-degree dovetail bit. Let the dovetail router bit gently touch the surface, then set the stop lock to 12 mm. Once everything is set, insert the guide pin into the center slot and begin the cut. There are many tools and methods for cutting round holes in a board, but for this project, we'll be cutting the 2 round holes using the universal router. The first step is to attach a thin board on top of our center board using double-sided tape. This extra layer helps protect the work surface by preventing the router bit from cutting into it when we go all the way through the board. Tilt the work table 90 degrees forward and securely clamp the board in place. Using the laser line to align and find the center of the round shape. Let the router bit gently touch the surface. Since the board is 18 mm thick, we'll set the stop lock to 19 mm to ensure the cut goes clearly through. We are using a template that we made ourselves, and yes, you can absolutely make your own template and use it to cut out shapes on your project. Cut the circle all the way through, but leave a small tab at the top edge to keep it attached until the final pass. This way, when you make the last cut, the piece will drop down safely without falling onto the router bit. And that's it. Our wooden pet bowl stand is all done. It's always satisfying to see all the pieces come together in the end. I hope you found this build helpful or inspiring, and maybe even pick up a few new techniques along the way. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, share it with someone who loves woodworking and has a furry friend at home. See you in the next project.